All right, here we go. What's up, everyone? AJ Writes Crypto. It's not as sunny as it was yesterday, but I am sitting here in beautiful Los Angeles, California. I'd rather get the better view of the hills back there. Absolutely love it out here. Had a really great time yesterday. Going to fill you in on some personal stuff, and then we'll talk about the markets. Then we're going to do rate my portfolios. For anyone who wants a portfolio rating, going to keep that segment going in 2024 as it was a major hit the past 8 weeks. So we're definitely going to keep that rolling. So Chris, I will definitely get to the portfolio ratings in the second half of the show. If you want to send them in now, I will get to them for 100%. So here we go. So last night, very interesting night. I hung out with a good friend of mine from way back in Connecticut named Luca Miliano. Luca Miliano is a producer, is a music producer. He used to do his own music stuff, and now he produces music. And when I say he produces music, I don't mean he's like that one friend that makes hip hop beats. He's not. This guy is the truth. This guy is the real deal. And he showed me some stuff last night. I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about. I mean, Luca has done top songs with like Celine Dion, Jesse Reyes, like big stuff like that. Right now, he's even working. I'm gonna say it. I hope he doesn't get mad at me. He's working with Bruno Mars right now, and insane. I heard some mixes and stuff last night, kind of some low-key stuff that may or may not go on the next album, and it was just amazing. I saw Luca come up from back in Connecticut, and we've stayed in touch this whole time for the past 6 or 7 years, and homie is just absolutely killing it. Big shout out to my good friend Luca. And he got a killer spot in LA, amazing studio. I'm really proud of his accomplishments in the past little while, and it's really cool. He's actually going to make the intro song for my show here, for my videos and everything like that. So very excited to get that song and to add, a little bit of production value to the pre-recorded videos. Got some pretty good idea for pre-recorded videos. I'm going, once I get back to Georgia, I will, start filming the coin reviews, the price predictions, stuff like that. I also got, I have some pretty weird ideas that no one else is doing, but I'm going to have some fun with it. Definitely going to put my whole, my personality into it a little bit more. And I'm really excited to do some experimental type of videos as we kind of start this year off here. So just really fast tonight. Today's going to be a really good day. Earlier today, I did the Twitter space with Mario Naffel, the roundtable. I've been co-hosting the roundtable for I think probably 10 weeks now, something like that, or maybe probably 5 or 6 weeks. I forget, but I'm actually I'm on the team with Mario and IBC and everything, and that's a really cool opportunity. We had a really interesting conversation this morning about Bitcoin ordinals, and it is really interesting. Just showing you guys really fast. Let me share this tab instead. Let me pull this over. Yeah. So it's Bitcoin ordinals, sales volume. The blue lines here are, unique buyers in the past little while. And as you can see, March, really popped off, and then it was kind of flat, and then popped off again over the summer, then really flat for a while. And then November, December popped up, and actually, end of December was all-time high for, ordinal sales in terms of unique buyers, in terms of sales. I mean, putting up some serious numbers in that sector of crypto, and I really find that interesting. Considering that you guys, crypto works in trends, right? Remember it was DeFi. And then it was gaming, and then early 23 was AI, and I think right now it is ordinals. And we've seen projects, like Ordi and Stats and stuff like that, really pop off. And I know that there are a lot of people in the space that don't want to see, that aren't really big on the ordinals, that don't understand it or don't get involved or anything. And listen, if you don't want to get an ordinal wallet, if you don't want to mint your own inscription, you don't want to buy Bitcoin NFTs, I totally get it. But this sector is pretty cool. The fact that you're adding some more complexity to Bitcoin. And, basically, I feel like some people feel that Bitcoin is going to be like the old boomer coin that kind of, falls out, kind of thing, kind of falls down the hill. And it's well, I think the fact that they're adding more utility to Bitcoin, the fact you can do Bitcoin's growing with the times, I think that's only going to drive more attention and drive more volume to Bitcoin over time. Very interesting conversation. Big shout out to Mario Naffel. Big shout out to Goody. Big shout out to everybody at the roundtable. Had a really good conversation this morning. Just kind of wanted to fill you guys in with it. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. Fill you guys in on my morning here. Also, tonight's going to be really cool. Around 4 p.m., I'm going to go have dinner with my crypto mother, Crypto Wendy-o. Going to go catch up with Wendy at 4 o'clock. We're going to this really good Italian spot here in LA. Very excited to go see Mama Wendy. She is my mother. She feeds me. She says, honey, whenever you're in Los Angeles, you call me. You can always crash with us. You can always come over. I'll make you dinner. I love Wendy so much, and she really is like my mom in crypto. Like when there's a lot of shit going down, like with all the hit network stuff, like I was on the phone, like besides like with Ben and stuff, I was on the phone like with Wendy, and I was on the phone with Loudmouth. There were definitely some like kind of more OGs in this space that really kind of helped me through like a tough time, and yeah, so it was good to talk about that. So Frosty Divine, AJ, what was that brief tweet last night about you selling a large portion of your assets? I was confusing, couldn't find any others on that news. Okay, so good question. So when I put out that cryptic tweet 6 days ago now, when I said completely okay with the heavy retest, dump it. That was the tweet that I actually, my personal, not my public portfolio, but my personal portfolio at that time, I actually did sell, a healthy amount of money. And I put that tweet up kind of saying that like I want to tell people like what to do, but I there's like that line of like financial advice, you know what I mean? And it's kind of one of those things where I didn't, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I can like be cryptic and kind of say what I'm doing. And that was kind of, kind of like me talking about that. And then, anytime a tweet like doesn't do well in the first half hour, most of the time I just delete it. I don't, because then with the algorithm, you want to stay in a heightened state of the algorithm. And if you like have low volume tweets, I will kind of feel that they stay lower volume. Whether if you throw a ball and it whiffs, just pull the ball out and try again, kind of vibe. I'm completely okay with doing that. But and I actually bought a lot of it back. I kind of feel like where, I would with people who hodl, I would never tell someone to, especially newer people in crypto, when things go down, like, with my public portfolio that I'm building on the show here, I'm not going to play the jump in, jump out game with that portfolio because people are following it. And if they miss a tweet, they're not going to get out at the same time as me. They're not going to be able to follow me if I play the jump in, jump out game. But with my personal bags, I play the jump in, jump out game all the time. And the way I view it is that, say we have what becomes a 30% drop. If I, sell it as it starts to fall and it drops, 8 to 12%, and I buy it back in, I get 10% more Algorand, 10% more Quant, 10% more H-bar. And if it continues to fall, whatever. But at least that I sold it, the market drops, and I buy the same exact amount of money, but I get more coins. You know what I mean? So playing that game is definitely advantageous once you really know what you're doing and you have a firm grasp on the market. But for my public portfolio, I'm not going to play that game because people won't be able to follow it. And they'll say, oh, I didn't know you did that, blah, blah, blah. Those bags, I'm just holding those bags. For my personal stuff, I'm going to jump around a lot. And, I don't, as much as I want to say, hey, I'm doing this, I don't want to say it with the one, you're kind of skating the line of financial advice. And two, I've been wrong before, and, being wrong very publicly really hurts. So, and I feel like the place to be wrong publicly isn't on Twitter. It's on like a trading show. For instance, I'm going to be doing my own trading show. And when I do my own trading show, I'm sure I will lose trades live on stream. And you guys can all point and laugh, but really it's going to be a lesson in risk management. It's going to be a lesson in how to deal with losing trades. I'm the kind of person that will set pretty tight stop losses, and I can lose 9 trades in a row and win the 10th trade and make it all back plus a lot. If I can win 1 out of 10 trades and still be profitable, and that is that kind of risk management technique that a lot of people don't follow. So with that being said, going to take a quick look at the chat here, and then And also, we got about 170 people in the house right now. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. Number one thing you can do to support this channel. I do see the portfolio ratings coming in, and I am going to get to them. Let me start screenshotting some of these really fast here. But Chris Davis, gonna screenshot some of the. I can't wait till I have someone to help me do this part so I don't have to do it live on stream, but I don't mind. I can keep the ship above water. And yeah, this time in LA has been really fun. My time here in LA has been a really good time. Got to hang out with Luca last night, seeing Wendy tonight, hanging out with the Altcoin Daily boys tomorrow. Going to go get dinner with them. That should be a really good time. And then Saturday is the Supercross race. And then I am flying home on Sunday. And then I'll be back in Georgia on Monday. So we're going to pick up the live stream normal time on Monday. And when I say normal time, I don't actually hold me to that, because I don't know if I'm going to keep my live stream at the 10:30 a.m. slot on the East Coast. I think I'm totally stepping on my own toes. I know a lot of people in California love crypto. And unless they get up at 7:30 in the morning, 7:30, they're going to miss my show. And I don't expect anyone to wake up at 7:30 in the morning, especially people in crypto who like to sleep in, who like to, do whatever they want to do because they're in crypto. So I'm going to have to talk to Ben and figure out a way, because I know the space schedule, because with his live stream being at 11:30 and then a lot of my spaces being at 12, my Mario spaces with the round table being 12 to 1, I'm probably going to have to go on at like 2 p.m. EST, something like that. So I am probably going to go a little bit later. I just don't, I hate missing out on the West Coast demographic. And if my show generally, trends between, 300 to 600 people concurrent most days. And I feel like if I had the West Coast awake and involved in the show, I could probably get to closer to 1,000 every day, especially as the channel grows, especially as I grow as a creator. So definitely I'm just trying to keep, be transparent about what time things are going to be popping off and stuff like that. All right, so let's do a quick overview of the markets here. Got a couple of things I'd like to talk about really fast. All right, we got this giveaway is still up and running here. If you want to get involved, we are giving away this levitating coin display, and the winner will also be able to pick a crypto chip of their choice. Big shout out to one of my main sponsors, cryptochips.io, also helping me with my clothing line, Get Rich or Get Wrecked. The next drop for Get Rich or Get Wrecked will probably be available either late next week or early the week after that. I'm hoping for late next week, and you will know early next week if that drop is coming or not. That is going to be amazing. That drop is the Algorand drop. So big shout out to cryptochips.io. Make sure you go give these guys a follow if you haven't already. Let's get them above 2,000. And if you want to get involved on the giveaway, you do have to follow them as a part of the giveaway. So make sure you go give Crypto Chips a follow. One of the best merch companies in all of crypto, especially with the merch they do, their hoodies, their t-shirts, and then the experimental stuff like the moon money and the crypto chips coins and stuff like that. Like, this stuff is really cool, and you can put your own code QR there, take people to your Twitter, take people to your website. You could use it as take them to your wallet. You can do whatever you want with these QR codes. And what they're doing is kind of ahead of their time, and they're a really cool company. So big shout out to cryptochips.io, and go give them a follow on Twitter if you want to get involved in the giveaway there. All right, so with that being said, going to take a quick look at the markets here. Let me get a fresh refresh here on coingecko.com. Bitcoin woke back up, and this is why I bought back in. Another reason why I deleted some of that tweet, because I didn't want people to think I still thought it was going to fall. I was watching a couple small time frame bullish divergences last night on some pretty important charts, and kind of figured, I feel like that was just a flash crash, and we're likely going to wake back up. Definitely is what it feels. That definitely is starting to feel like that is the case now. I will pull some charts, but I won't go as far into charts as I did yesterday. But 8-bar barely lost 9 cents. VeChain still above 3 cents. Great place to buy VeChain right now. Quan at 130, still pretty expensive. The graph, barely losing 20 cents. Algorand is also a really good buy right now. I feel like out of a lot of my top pick coins that I personally buy all the time, I feel like VeChain and Algorand took the biggest hits. Quant, H-bar, the graph kind of held their ground pretty good, where VeChain and Algorand, you know, got hit pretty hard. So I feel like it's not a bad time to buy if you're looking to buy for VeChain and Algorand. Definitely not a bad time to buy right now. Also, big shout out to Evan Aldo dropping that $50 super chat. We'll definitely get to his portfolio here in the second half of the show. And go give Evan Aldo a follow if you haven't already. He's one of my favorite TA people in all of crypto. Also, one of my really good friends in this space. And big props out to Evan Aldo for sure. Go give him a follow. Let me take a quick look at the winners, gainers, and the losers here super quick. What is happening? Oh, cryptocurrencies, gainers and losers. All right. I gotta pull this over. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Top 100. Bang, bang. All right. So we got Beam waking back up 41%. Damn. Love to see that. We got Celestia, Aptos up 22%, 30%. Woo woke up. Injective woke back up. Shout out to Injective Projects, absolutely killing it. Hey, Fetch AI waking back up. You know, maybe another AI runs on the horizon here. We can maybe take a look at that. Avalanche almost back to $40. Near woke up 8%. Solana back above 100. Love to see that. Bonk even woke back up a little bit. That one got hurt pretty hard. And then on the downside, Mina Protocol, SEI, ICP. ICP is definitely one that, I was really big on a little while back. And then I kind of fell out of love with ICP. And I'm starting to think that it's kind of hard to not love ICP. I still have a small bag of it that I probably bought most of that bag around $4. And that bag is now a pretty large size bag. And, started kind of zooming out and looking at their tech and what they're bringing to the table. I feel like ICP might have one hell of a bull run. The only thing I was worried about when, ICP originally pumped back up, that remember, like, this is a coin that was pretty heavily manipulated from the VCs, from that Alameda money from the last bull run. So I was thinking to myself, oh, this thing just, doubled its market cap out of the clear blue sky and put itself back into the top 20. Like, that's strange. So my knee-jerk reaction to ICP pumping was, is this thing getting manipulated again? That was my question. I feel like pretty soon I will maybe be doing some sort of interview, wink, wink, where I will be able to get a legitimate answer to that question. And big shout out to ICP and their community. I am bullish on that project moving forward for sure. So with that being said, going to keep the show rolling here. I'm not going to read all these articles, just kind of wanted to keep you guys in touch. Crypto Quant Head reveals real reason behind Bitcoin Cash. And basically what he's saying here is that, there's the long-term holders and the short-term holders represented on the chart here, like relevant to the price of Bitcoin. And he's saying, so the short-term holders, the STH, refer to the Bitcoin investors who bought their coins within the last 155 days. The members of this cohort are generally fickle-minded, and they easily sell at the first sight of any major FUD or profit-taking opportunity. In the above graph, the data for the profit loss margin of these weak hands is shown. The profit loss margin here is the gap between the Bitcoin spot price and the realized price for this cohort, group of people. So from the chart, it's visible that Bitcoin had rallied last month, has pulled away from the realized price of the short hands, leading to them holding a large amount of unrealized profit. So basically, what they're saying is that, obviously, the Matrix report with like kind of that bearish sentiment saying that, that the ETF was not going to get approved, stuff like that. That had something to do with it. But also a lot of the short-term holders had a lot of unrealized profit and, close some of lowering that open interest a little bit, selling their positions. So, that had something to do with it as well. This is a pretty interesting story here. Uncle Sam's crypto stash, 8.3 billion hoard threatens market plunge. So the U.S. government's Bitcoin holdings from seizures are now worth 8.3 billion with a B, $billion, presenting the potential supply shock upon liquidation. And if the U.S. government had held all of its 400,000 Bitcoin, its portfolio would have been worth about $17.4 billion today. And that just goes to show you that Uncle Sam's an idiot. Uncle Sam, dumb. Like, what? Why? I don't know. I'm glad that they didn't hold it. You know what I mean? It is kind of scary that they're holding that much and they just basically stole it. I feel like the biggest gangsters in the world is the government. I think like the entity that has stolen the most from the people is the government. Uh, and this is why we have Bitcoin, but it is kind of sad that they've even managed to wiggle. They hold 400,000 Bitcoin. That kind of sucks. But I just kind of want. I thought that story was kind of funny. Don't want to go into it too hard. Also, we got our boy Michael Saylor initiates, selling 260 million to boost his Bitcoin holdings. So I think that kind of answers Michael Saylor. If you wanted to ask Michael Saylor, is the ETF going to get approved or denied? I'm pretty sure I know what he would tell you. And really, at the end of the day, everyone, it's about having a plan. We talked about this on the roundtable with Mario. Is that we all have a plan if the Bitcoin ETF gets approved, right? The plan is we're having a party on the moon and I'll buy the beers. That's the plan. I'll see you there. But if the ETF gets denied, do you have a plan? Have you thought about it? Have you written down a threshold for every position you have in your portfolio? Is there a point for each coin you hold? If this coin gets to this level, I sell X amount. I know I do. A lot of my exit strategy has a lot less to do with selling 100% and buying 100% and has more to do where if I lose 30%, sell 60%, or you know what I mean? Like there's some for each coin I hold, there is a level that if it hits that level, I sell X and hope it falls to the next like level of the volume profile and I could buy back in and maybe save myself 10% of a headache or something like that. So I really want you all to think I am going to make a more well-rounded, calculated visual that shows visuals video of exit strategies and a couple different exit strategies you could go off of. It's not a one size fit all answer. There's really no right or wrong answer. There's just 1,000 ways to skin a cat, so to speak. Excuse me. So I am going to have that exit strategy video out. Maybe probably next week is when I'm aiming for that. Just started writing it the other day, but the point here is that I really would like to see each and every one of you, plan out at what point in time do I do what. There needs to be a plan input for exit strategy at the moon and exit strategy in the gutter. So I really do want you guys to think about that. All right, so let's keep the ball rolling here. Oh, this kind of goes off the ordinal conversation I had a little bit earlier. Crypto Slam shows that NFT sales on Bitcoin reached the high as 881 million in December 23, setting the highest single month sales record to date. So if anyone that tells you ordinals is dead, I would politely show them this tweet because, ordinals is going to be a narrative. And that's why I'm looking at the ordinal coins. You know how we looked at metaverse coins, we looked at gaming coins, we looked at AI coins. Well, I don't think now is a terrible time to look at ordinal coins. Just a thought. Also, a lot of you know that I in the next couple weeks or so, I'm going to be doing spaces with Algorand. Big shout out to Algorand Foundation. I get a chance to interview some of the highest people at the top of the Algorand ladder, from Stacy to John, several other people on the team. Make sure you keep a lookout for that promotional material for when we lock down the exact dates on when that's going to happen. I'm very, very interested to get into those Twitter spaces. Going to be doing a couple more Twitter spaces of my own. I also just talked to these people yesterday. Big shout out to the guys over at Pal AI. What they're doing is actually really amazing. I only will, work with projects, do things with projects that I actually like what they're doing. And I really appreciate what Pal is doing in terms of AI and integrating that with crypto and Telegram. A lot of you might be aware of the sniper bot called Maestro. Really good to get in and out of the meme coin plays. Sometimes if you're trying to get in on a meme coin position and you can't get in on the meme coin position because the liquidity is bouncing around, Maestro eliminates that. Well, PAL is doing a similar thing integrated with AI. And I'm not exactly sure when, but I eventually will have my own Telegram group. And a lot of people have been high demand. AJ, where's your Telegram group? I want the alpha, blah, 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 stuff like that. So I'm actually going to integrate the PAL AI bot into my Telegram group. And the bot will aggregate everything I've ever said about every coin on either YouTube or Twitter. And you can ask the bot, you can talk to an AI version of me and say, AJ, what are your levels for VeChain? What do you think about the tokenomics of Gala? You can ask it anything and it will tell you what I've said. And you can use this bot, not even just to talk to an AI version of me, but you can use this bot to do your research. You can say, hey, pal, give me the tokenomics of this coin. Give me, the open interest for that. You can ask it anything. It's like a crypto version of ChatGPT. It is boss. I literally have played with it myself. Very impressed. I will be doing 4 spaces, one a week for 4 weeks with the people over at Pal AI. And what they are doing is very impressive. Very impressive. Also, smaller projects that I have been working with. One of them is laundry, and this is another project that of course I'm not gonna ever put a gun to anyone's head and tell them to buy something. Always use caution. Always do your own homework. If you buy something that I talk about and the price goes down, I am not to blame. It's your decision. Remember this. But I really think this project is cool. Like I said with the PAL thing, I like what PAL is doing with AI. I like how PAL is integrating AI into crypto in a meaningful way. And also eventually with PAL X, the trading, you will be able to trade off of PAL like you trade off of Maestro. And I think that is badass. Very similar situation with laundry. I believe in privacy. I believe in crypto, like the true meaning of what crypto is supposed to be. We should be able to operate anonymously. It should not be against the rules or against the law to operate anonymously. And that's why, I really do like this Project Laundry. The first time I talked about this Project Laundry, actually, a couple of my friends were talking about it in a chat group, saying, hey, check out this project. It's a Telegram mixing bot. Very, very interesting project. And actually, if we look at the chart from when I started talking about it, let me look at this chart first. I talked about this laundry for the first time when it was at a 500,000 evaluation market cap. 500,000. It has already more than doubled since the first time I mentioned laundry. Also, it has come down a little bit from, this big top. It hit all-time high around 18 cents. It is down a little bit now. And I'm not telling you to run and go buy this coin right now. But when we talk about meme coins, okay, people always say, AJ, we want more meme coins. We want more meme coins. Well, the thing with that is that I am not going to be like a meme coin shot caller. There are accounts. There are accounts on Twitter that are anonymous people that are not doxxed, that don't show their face, that don't talk on the internet, that don't have a reputation, like a personal persona reputation, that get paid 30 plus Ethereum to tweet about a meme coin. For one tweet, 20, 30, 10 plus Ethereum, just for one tweet call. And as crazy as that is, I'm not going to be one of those people that just accepts big amounts of money to shill a project that sucks. But at the end of the day, when projects come along that I actually agree with, that I think that it's something that I can gel with, that means something to me, like, PAL integrating AI and making a sniper bot, or, laundry keeping, Telegram mixing bot, keeping crypto private the way crypto is supposed to be private, I can get behind that. I can get behind that all day. But I am going to say at the same time, I'm not telling you to go buy either of these projects right now. I'm telling you to do your homework, learn about them, set levels on the chart. If you even want to think about getting involved, I want you to do all of your homework, because I don't want it to be my fault if a project, falls 10%, 20%, however much. You know what I mean? So I am going to talk about the projects that I personally gel with, that I support. But at the same time, I really want you guys to do your homework, because, laundry is a risky project, 100% a risky project. But I think the meaning behind it is really cool. What they're doing, like even on their website here, over 350,000 USD washed happens in 3.6 minutes. The laundry price currently 11%. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And even if you don't want to use the coin, you could still use a mixing bot if you needed to do that. So I feel that is a project. We need projects like this in crypto. Crypto should be private. I'm completely against the whole push, against, Tornado Cash and all that other stuff. We need this in crypto. So big shout out to the guys over at Laundry for sure. Going to keep the ball rolling here. Okay, so I am going to take some screenshots of the portfolios that I already did the screenshots. So let me go to my photos here and pull these bad boys over into these tabs up here. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so here we are. Let's do some portfolio ratings. Also, Pebbleman #1. What do you think about projects under a $1 million market cap? Just bought some Solana Beach meme coin. Too risky? Question mark. And hey, man, that's a good question. And listen, you with crypto, it is important to have a good amount of your portfolio, invested into safer projects, like high market cap projects, close to $1 billion or higher, for sure. But if you want to take on more risk, don't do it with your entire bag. Do it with money that you're okay with losing. And I'm not going to invest 30% of my portfolio into a project like laundry, but I would invest 5, 10 maybe if I want to take on that much risk. But it's a risk reward game. And so what was your name? Pebbleman #1. When you buy a project that has a very small valuation, I want you to know, let's just say Pebbleman, that you bought $100. At what point are you selling? Are you going to hold it till it gets to 1,000 and back to $20, or are you going to sell it? So I really, when you play this game, it's a very sped up, quicker, more scary, volatile version of the game we're already playing with Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano and everything else. So I just want you to know that I'm fine with those kind of moves. I like playing with meme coins, but I've got rich off of them and I've got wrecked off of them. And you really need to be quick on your feet. You need to make quick decisions, and the decisions are easier to make if you have predetermined your threshold to sell and the goal to sell in profit. So keep that in mind. Definitely always play it safe. All right, so going to screenshot these two portfolios here. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, didn't mean to do it like that. All right, and then we're going to get into the portfolio ratings here. So let me, boom, add to photos, go to photos, drag that one up to the top. All right, bam. Now we are going to get into the portfolio rating segment. This segment is called Rate My Portfolio. I do it the best out of everybody in the industry. I have a system here where I give you a score on a scale of -5 to 100 based off of your coin selection, based off of your distribution, based off of your willingness to take risk or willingness to play it too safe, and the likelihood of you reaching your goal. The goal is the most important part of this portfolio. Okay, so Chris Davis, $5 super chat. Thanks for the super chat, Chris. Really appreciate you. $225,000 portfolio. And for the formatting, if you want to send in your portfolio, anybody, see how he gave me the percentage of each coin he's holding? That is what I want you to do. I don't want you to tell me you have 10 million H bar, 20,000 Algorand. I don't have a calculator, and I'm not doing that. Give me the percentage breakdown like Chris did. It's a perfect example. We have a $225,000 portfolio. It's 50% Cardano, 39% H bar, 12% XRP. Okay, looking at a 7K from here. Oh, so you're saying you're looking for a 7X from here. Was previously wanting a 10X. Let me kind of make that a little bit bigger. All right, so basically you got to ask yourself, can Cardano 7X is really what you're asking here. I think the H bar is going to be your strongest mover in this portfolio, and likely for you it's 40% of your bag. So I feel like the H bar will probably be your saving grace here. I feel like the H bar is more likely to outperform Cardano. The 12% XRP is just there because, I guess, I don't think it's going to make a big difference. So with that said, let's basically do the homework on the likelihood of Cardano doing a 7X, because you say, and make sure 7 is your goal with this bag, because this is kind of a scary bag to hold, to be honest with you. So it's really about the likelihood of you reaching that. So let me go here. This is taking forever to load right now. I don't know why it's okay. Well, we'll do it another way. This is really annoying. I hope my live stream's not frozen. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if the live stream's frozen or not, because the internet seems to be pretty slow at the moment, and that's terrifying. So basically, what I want you to do, Chris, I'm going to pivot away from this because it's not loading. What I want you to do, Chris, is I want you to figure out the tokenomic scenario for Cardano, how many Cardano is likely to be in the supply by the top of the bull run. I think I did that math in a video before. And then I want you to figure out what the market cap for Cardano needs to be for you to do a 7x. All right. I don't think it's impossible. I mean, especially if we're talking from the Cardano price right now. I mean, let me just pull my normal calculator here on my laptop. I mean, it is only 57 cents at the moment. 57 times 7, 399. So we're basically looking at a $4 Cardano. I think that should be fine. I wanted to show you the math just to appreciate how big the market cap does have to get for it to get there. That's the only example I wanted to show. I think a 7x is pretty likely for this to work out, but it's a very sketchy portfolio, very top heavy, very concentrated into heavy market cap coins. So, I think that's my opinion. I'm not against it, and I think you will be fine with a 7x, but I'm only going to give this portfolio like a 70. Having a lot of conviction in Cardano is a good thing. I'm not hating on that part. You need to be able to take on more risk. I think that you could go a little further with a more well-rounded bag, if that makes sense. All right. So I have no idea what you guys are talking about in the chat. I have no idea what's going on in there. Also got some more screenshots really fast. 1 second. Let me boom. I think, I took the screenshots of this already. All right, let's keep the ball rolling here. We got, also, before we get to this next portfolio rating, we do have 233 people in the house at the moment here. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't had a chance to do that, and subscribe to the channel. We are well on our way here. I'm going to have one hell of a year over here at AJ Writes Crypto, and I really appreciate each and every one of you for being in the house. All right, so we have CSS. Hey, AJ, please give your view. 30% AVAX, 10% DOT, 8 Algo, 10% SEI, 5% Sol, Near, and then 20% mixed in meme coins, 40K total, trying to hit 250K. I think your goal here is very reasonable goal here, CSS. Leading AVAX isn't terrible. I'm okay with the move, to be honest. But that's a pretty heavy lead. Basically, your success is going to completely rely on AVAX, considering how much, the other coins are only 10%, 10%, 10%, 5%, 5% meme coins. Be careful with the meme coins. I mean, basically, you need the 80% of AVAX through Near to overperform if you miscalculate your meme play. So make sure if you're playing with 20% of your portfolio playing with memes, make sure you make that 20% of heavy risk exposure count. But because you're not even, only trying to get to 250K here, you're barely asking for 5-6x really. So I think you'll be fine considering your goal isn't ridiculous. I'll give this portfolio a 73. Going to keep rolling here. MH, $10 super chat. My portfolio is 20.9% Beam, 15.9% Gala. Well, my friend, I hope your seatbelt is buckled because you're about to go on a roller coaster. 13% Illuvium, Doge, and then Bitcoin. What the hell? You're gonna, and then okay. So we have 35% of your portfolio is Bitcoin. It says I will be selling Bitcoin and ETH, distributing to alts after they pump. Goal is a 20x. Oh God. All right. So right now, I have to grade you on what your bag is right now. Because I don't know what your alts you're distributing into or the rate at which you'll do that. Because if you're waiting for Bitcoin and Ethereum to pump, the alts are likely going to pump too, and you're going to be buying your alts at a higher price after you sell. So you're basically counting on the Bitcoin and Ethereum to outperform altcoins. Um, listen to yourself on that one and definitely find the altcoins that are underperforming. But Beam and leading with Beam and Gala is very risky, but very scary. The point here, though, MH, is that you are trying to 20x. And I think we're talking Beam, Gala, Alluvium, Doge. For a 20x, that's kind of appropriate. Those are the kind of coins you want to be targeting to 20x, and but keep in mind right now, 65% of your portfolio is in the coins that can 20x, and 35% of your portfolio are in coins that can't even 5x. So you're going to need Beam, Gala, Alluvium, Doge to way overperform until you redistribute to the altcoins. So basically, MH, I don't think with the current form of this portfolio that it can 20x. I find that probably impossible, but I would love to see your redistribution once you get into altcoins. But I think you might have the right idea going heavy allocations with skeptical projects like Beam, Gala, Alluvium. But anytime anyone's trying to 20x any bag, you're really going to have to appreciate how big a 10x, a 20x is. A lot of people don't really appreciate how hard it is to 20x. I always tell this story. My grandfather and my Uncle Boo, R.I.P. Uncle Boo, R.I.P. Grandpa. I remember I was a little kid, playing Mario, and they were clashing Coors Light cans together because they both got in on this stock in the stock market, and it did 8% APY. So in 1 year, they made 8% clashing Coors Light cans. 8%. So we're over here. Can I 20x my bag? Like, I really just always try to say that message to really, I want you guys to appreciate the value of the dollar and the value of the working American class, and that what we're trying to do in crypto isn't as much of a handout as you'd like to think it is. This is an important concept. I most of the time I feel like anytime you can get away with a 10x, you're getting away with murder, basically. All right. And especially when we're talking people going pre-halving portfolios from $50,000 to $100,000 pre-halving. We're setting up ourselves to become millionaires here. And I just want you to really appreciate that. And the 20x mentality, I appreciate it, but the 20x mentality are also the people that can't sell a 12x and ride to the bottom. So just be careful. And when I start making videos about extra strategies, please watch them. All right. We have Lee. Yo, AJ, how how we do. Just came to drop in some heart from the Jesus Coin community. God bless. Hey, thanks for the $10, man. And shout out to your project there. Hopefully there's some holy water on top of that project. Best of luck. Evan Aldo, $50 super chat from the homie Evan. Must have been taking profits on that mutant ape already. Hey, AJ, I'm liking the LA background. Thanks, man. How do you like this profile? I'm rating his profile. 40% ETH, 10% Matic, 10% DOT, HBAR, Crow, Atom, AVAX, plus a mutant ape. 40% Ethereum. Well, Evan, first of all, Mr. Evan Aldo, I don't have a goal here, my friend. I don't have a goal here. What is your goal? Are you trying the 10? Are you trying the 20? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? So, Evan, I do want you to appreciate that I don't have a goal, so that hurts a little bit. And the fact that you're one of my good friends and you didn't give a goal kind of hurts my feelings. Feelings hurt just a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. But 40% Ethereum, I mean, there has to be some sort of very reasonable limit to how high you believe that portfolio can get. Considering, the market cap it would require for Ethereum to even 5x, it is going to take some pretty heavy lifting, for that to be possible. I really wish I could. I don't know why the coin perspective is not loading for me right now, because I've been trying to get it to load, because I really like to go to that website to really show you guys like the straight up number on what coins need to get to what market cap or whatever. But I mean Ethereum, let me just look at this really fast on CoinGecko. Ethereum's market cap is currently, only $274 billion, billion with a B dollars. So, times that by 10. You know what I mean? Ethereum supply is deflationary now, and that is a little bit better scenario than most coins in crypto. But with that said, there has to be a reasonable limit to your goal on what is possible for, I like the rest of the coins. Matic, Dot, HBAR, Crow, Atom. I'm fine with that. And the Mutant Ape. That's sick. I think this portfolio, really, so the 60% of the bag plus the ape, that's going to be overcompensating for your Ethereum. Ethereum, maybe might get to 10,000, but most bullish case, we'll see a $10,000 Ethereum. More likely case, maybe 7,000 to 8,000. So I would say this portfolio I would estimate this portfolio can do like a 4 to 6x for sure. Glitter Queen said, check the chat, but I don't know what to do with the chat. I have no idea what they're talking about. Sometimes I don't see any. I see like a lot of the common things, but I don't know what you're talking about. So, okay. Spencer Scott, what would King AJ do with 40K liquid? That is a damn good question. Maybe I will put that in my notepad right now and make a video. What would I do with 40K liquid? And maybe, you know what, Spencer Scott? I think that is brilliant, because I'm having dinner with Crypto Wendy tonight, and then I'm having dinner with the Altcoin Daily Boys tomorrow. So maybe I could ask them, what would you do with 40K liquid? And then I would say, what would I do with 40K liquid? We can make a video about it. I think that is, Evan wanted a 10x. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Not with 40% Ethereum. Nope. I love you, Evan. But if you have 40% Ethereum, a 10x is asking for a lot like a lot. A lot like a lot. Anything's possible, but man, we're going to have a conversation about this. And the goal is to hold for a year for long-term capital gains, for sure. And, a lot of the, people talking about with my portfolios now, the ones I'm building, I think the fact that I'm doing one final DCA in both of those portfolios, and then the small portfolio will be at 1,500, the large portfolio will be at $10,000 invested, and from that point I'm putting those into cold storage, and I'm going to wait at least a year, because then we get long-term capital gains on those. And moving to Tennessee, there's no state income tax, so trying to do the best I can with that. Dennis, yeah, I have paid more people from the interview out. I will try to get the rest of them out today. I'm sorry if you're one of the 4 people that hasn't got paid yet, but I am getting them out one by one. I just have a lot going on, but I will get you. I promise. Yeah, nothing wrong with 4 to 6 for sure. Casper Labs. I like Casper Labs. I talked to them a long time ago on the phone, and they're doing some really cool stuff. GP, I think I hold too many different coins. Can that hurt a portfolio? Oh my God, yeah. 22 coins. All right, first of all, let me say this. If you are a multi-millionaire, 22 coins isn't the end of the world. But that actually scares me, because if you're a millionaire, you're probably a busy person. And if you're a busy person, are you able to properly manage 22 coins? And because not every coin's going to top at the right day. Everything tops at a different time. So you're going to have to manage 22 coins as perfectly as you can. So I want to ask you, can you manage 22 coins as perfectly as you can? Probably not, which is why I would personally, myself, what I'm doing is each portfolio I do, I'm going to try to keep it below 8 coins. Below 8 coins for each portfolio. But that's not advice, but that's what I'm doing. All right. So let me get back to the portfolio rating list. Also, we got 254 people in the house right now. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for joining me today. We're sitting here in the hills of Los Angeles, California. Very excited to be out here in LA for the first round of Monster Energy Supercross. Very excited to go root for, some of my old childhood rivals that will be, on their battlefield on Saturday. Very excited for the 250 class, Joe Shimoda on the factory Honda. Very excited to see Eli Tomac race Jet Lawrence in the 450 class. Man, I'm excited to watch some dirt bikes this weekend. But first, let's talk some crypto. And maybe I will make some dirt bike content every now and then. Maybe every now and then I'll make a dirt bike video just to freak you all out. All right, so Yeah, Evan, I like your portfolio, but the 40% Ethereum scared the shit out of me. All right, Paul Hill. I have 15K portfolio, 21% ADA, 17% XRP. So, we're already talking 38%, about 40% of your bag is in ADA and XRP. I want you to think about that. The graph, 15, HBAR 15, Nago 15, RWE 14, some dust coins 3%, looking for an 8 to 10x. So basically, the graph, HBAR, Algo, RWeave, fine with that. Totally fine with that. Those are the coins that are probably very likely to 10x. But the 40% top heavy part of your portfolio is the part of your portfolio that is less likely to 10x. With this portfolio, Paul, I would personally be resting my laurels on a 6 to an 8x with this bag. Unless Algo, HBAR, Graph completely overperform, which they could, but they're going to have to for you to get those numbers. Yeah, I don't mind heavy Cardano, but I don't know. This is a good portfolio, and it's similar to my own portfolio that I built on the show. Except I have. So the portfolio I built on the show is here. I'll actually show you guys. I'll show you guys. So Paul, I'm going to give your portfolio a 78, an 80, maybe 81, in that range, like C plus, B minus, because you have good coin selection. Your distribution isn't bad. It's not real top heavy, but I really want you to consider what has to happen for XRP to 10x, for Cardano to 10x, and what is the likelihood of them 10xing versus the likelihood of HBAR or Algorand 10xing. We talked about this on the show yesterday, like the what has to happen for this to happen. You know what I mean? I want you to consider that, and I want you to consider this. This is a kind of a similar setup to what you have. This is not including what I put in last week. What I did last week, I believe, was I added a little bit to Algorand, a little bit to HBAR, and a little bit to Graph. I believe I just spread $700 into the top three. But I'm leading Algorand, but not by much. I'm leading Algorand, not by much. And then Graph behind that with Quant and HBAR tied. The stable coins I should have put in weeks and weeks and weeks ago, but they were also there in case I was wrong. And I can always, deploy those stable coins when, I considering Algorand's at 20 cents right now. I didn't mean to do that. I might, deploy those stable coins here very soon. I might put these stable coins in very soon. Did I just do that same thing again? What am I doing? So, with Algorand at 20 cents, I don't feel bad about doing that. But also, so keep in mind, led Algorand but not by much. Graph behind that, Quant HBAR tied, Link a little bit above XRP ADA. And why is Link a little bit above XRP ADA? Because first of all, Link has more room to run, and I like its narrative a little bit more. Where XRP and ADA only make up 14% of the portfolio, they're kind of the anchor of the portfolio, so to speak. They are safer picks that are going to do well, but they're only 14% of the bag, where the other 86% of the portfolio is what's going to put the numbers in. All right. And, in my opinion, this portfolio is pretty damn good. I'm not going to give myself a 100, but I'd put myself in the 90s, 100% for sure, in the 90s in this portfolio. And, and I'm going to build another portfolio from scratch. I'm doing one more DCA in this portfolio in this coming weekend's video. And then this portfolio will have $10,000 invested, and it will be locked away. As of now, this portfolio is up over $4,000. Over $4,000 this portfolio is up. And the money on the right here is just the amount of money invested in the portfolio. So, so Paul, when we go back and look at what you did with your bag, when I have, heavier altcoins with the same amounts of XRP ADA, your portfolio is kind of the opposite of that, where you have, heavy ADA, heavy XRP with even amounts of the smaller market cap coins. And that is going to make a big difference. So I'm basically saying that my picks, graph, algo, quant, H bar, I am saying that those 4 picks are going to outperform the larger coins. That is my thesis here. And this is crypto. I'm not saying I'm 100% right, but considering the amount of money that has to go into the larger coins to do X whatever expectation versus the amount of money that has to go into my picks for the same expectation, the likelihood of this happening is much stronger in my case. I'm playing a game of statistics here. This is based off of odds. And I don't mind your portfolio, and I feel like you should maybe be looking for a 6 to 8x. Big shout out to Paul, and thanks for the super chat. $20 super chat from Mackie Powers. Big shout out to Mackie. Always giving some big super chats, and I appreciate that. Good to see you live. Hope you had a great holiday, man. I forgot you changed your time for the West Coast. What do you think of Pal AI and Pith 10x? I think they can both 10x. For sure. I mean, Pal has already done very well. So Ben started talking about Pal on his show a little while back. And if he ever tells you that I wasn't the first person to tell him about Pal AI, he lied to you. I told him about Pal way before he ever knew what it was. And I will take credit for that, because how many times do I get to take credit for something that Ben did? Not very much. So I am going to take the credit when I can get it. So I talked about it way back here. I mean, I've been talking to these guys about setting up some Twitter spaces here, up 176% in 76 days. There's a little dot right there where I first started talking about it. And, I've had my eye on them for a while, trying to set up these Twitter spaces with them for a while. And I did have some, and I sold it. I'm definitely looking to buy back in on PAL, but definitely a project worth looking at. They're going to do some really big things here. So I think it could easily 10x, especially because the market cap is, let me look at the market cap for it really fast. Excuse me. PAAL. Share this tab instead. We're only talking a market cap of 100 million. So if this thing goes to 1 billion, cha-ching. If PAL goes to 1 billion, cha-ching. It's at 100 million right now. I think maybe from a long-term perspective, just the evenness of the market cap kind of makes me want to buy some. 65% of the supply is already in circulation. I definitely want to talk about in my space with them how long it will take that other, bit of the market cap to get into the supply. But I think for a more of a risk pick, I think PAL is a good bet. I'm definitely going to buy some more, but I've been watching the chart like a hawk lately. I'm not going to lie. All right, let's finish up these super chats here. We got food and crypto. $80,000, 60% quant, 15 HBAR, 15 near, 13 IMX, XRP, STX, Flux, XDC, Pythgo, 10X. Damn. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 coins. I don't mind the Pith 5%. Normally I really like the original distribution of like 16. So you're having, you have 6 picks between 16 and 11%. You're definitely giving yourself room to run. The Flux XDC pick, I don't mind those picks, but I like Mackie said, like, I almost feel like the Pith, the 5% of your Pith might do better than you think it could. I feel the likelihood of this portfolio 10xing is very high. I mean, the highest market cap coin you have is XRP, and it's only 11% of your bag. And then everything else you have room to run. I think this is a really good portfolio. Food and crypto, I'm going to give you a 94, dude. This is one hell of a portfolio. You have definitely been paying attention to the show, and I do really appreciate how well this portfolio is structured. You're not too top heavy. You're in coins that can run. You're in coins, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, a lot of people, what they do is that they fall in love with the coin. They fall in love with their bags. Don't ever, in crypto, you don't ever fall in love with your bags. That was the first video I ever made at the Hit Network, was don't fall in love with your bags. And they'll really love Cardano or really love XRP or really love, and then they end up holding 40% of their bags and they want a 20x, but that coin only, 5 or 6x's, maybe, if they're lucky. And then, they get wrecked. And then, from there, I didn't mean to switch that over. Oh, I put it on top of it. But yeah, dude, that's a Food and Crypto. Amazing portfolio, bro. I'm giving you a high score for sure. All right, though, these are the last two portfolios of the day. Definitely no more. Oh, so Food and Crypto got rid of my CAS profits and rearranged. Well done. Because you made your money on CAS, dude. You probably got into CAS early. You made your money on it. Why don't you rearrange into coins that haven't popped yet? I mean, that's what I've been saying with Casper the whole time. I feel like CAS, KAS, not Casper, but that one already popped. And sure, it could probably do a little bit more from here, like 5 or 10x, but like the real pump happened already. You know what I mean? So you're definitely on you got in at 3 cents. Guy got in and CAS at 3 cents. He sold after making a shitload of money and rearranged into coins with an even distribution that, I'm going to have to disagree with Jay. I think Food and Crypto made the correct play there. CAS can still run. Sure, it can still run, but he already got the most juice out of the squeeze that he could and is going into coins that haven't got squeezed out yet. So I Food and Crypto, hit me up, man. You're doing good things. And I'm definitely bullish on your strategy. Travel Tim, $20 super chat. Hello from Seattle. Hey, I was just there, man. What's going on? I need help rebalancing my portfolio. I bought high last cycle. I've been DCA all bear, but average entry on certain coins in the red. That's okay. 50x $1,000 portfolio. Listen, Travel Tim, if you have a $50,000 portfolio now, a couple months before the 2024 halving, you will be just fine, my friend. Just fine. Okay, 36% ADA, 24% Bitcoin, 17% VeChain, 9 quant, 9 H bar, 6 quant, 5 algo, 3 micros, gold 10x. All right. So we have, 60% of your portfolio is Cardano and Bitcoin. So one, do you think Bitcoin can 10x this cycle? And you're, kind of really another example of a top heavy Cardano guy. And I'm not against leading with Cardano, but similar to Food and Crypto's portfolio. Let's go back to Food and Crypto's portfolio. I'm screenshotting this one. Actually, I already have it in my my photos down here. Where'd it go? All right. Let's look at this portfolio again. Okay. And because this portfolio, like, he's leading with quant. But guess what? If quant underperforms for whatever reason, he has an even chance with HBAR near and IMX. He's giving himself a chance in case he's wrong about quant. All right. So, Travel Tim, don't get me wrong, man. I love Cardano. I want to see Cardano go to the moon. I've always been bullish on Cardano. But at the same time, what if it underperforms? What if it doesn't go to $4 or $5? What if it only goes to $2? You know what I mean? Your distribution is wrong because you are so bullish on Cardano, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm just saying that expecting a 10x from a portfolio that, is 60% Cardano and Bitcoin, you do definitely need help rebalancing your portfolio. And I would say I can't give you a straight tell you what to do, but what I can do is tell you that Food and Crypto has a really good distribution in his portfolio. Okay, that's what I can say. Take notes. Learn from our community. Learn from our peers here. Food and Crypto has been paying attention. And Travel Tim, I don't mind the rest of your coins in your portfolio. The only problem with your portfolio is that the coins that can 10x, the VeChain, the HBAR, the Quant, the Algo, those are your smallish allocations. So you want to align your coin selection with your goals. If you had a 3 or a 4x goal, Travel Tim, I'd be over here clapping like this and you would have got an 89. But your goal is a 10x, not a 3x, not a 4x, a 10x. And if you want a 10x, you need to have heavy distribution, heavy allocations of coins that can. Joe Web3, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Really appreciate you. Hey, AJ, thanks for all that you do. No, dude, thank you. My portfolio is $24,000. Algo 18%, H bar 19%, ADA 18, Quant 16, XRP 10, Fed 10%. This is great. This is great. I don't know what your goal is, Joe Web3. I don't know where you're trying to go with this. But I like heavy algo. That's great. I'll go H bar, ADA, Quant, XRP. I mean, you're killing. This is a really good portfolio. I don't know what your goal is a 10x. I mean, so we are basically banking for this portfolio to be successful. You're banking on the fact that Algorand's going to 10x. That's what you're saying. Algorand is going to 10x, and I feel that is my personal assessment. Ever biases might be. I agree with that. I feel like H bar can 10x. ADA, the likelihood of it 10xing is less than the likelihood of the other coins 10xing, but still possible. So basically, you're asking for Fetch, Quant, Algo, and H bar to overperform the 30% of your Cardano and XRP. And I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I like this bag, Joe Web3. I think that for a 10x, I think maybe I like the FET pick. I like the FET pick. The FET pick is kind of like your graph. You know what I mean? I like that you have some AI exposure there. And I think that this portfolio will be just fine. I think that you're going to do just fine with this portfolio. I'm going to give this one an 86. I'm going to give it's a little, the distribution's a little weird, but I still think it's overall a good portfolio. So there we go. So that wraps up all of the Rate My Portfolios. Thanks to everybody who participated in the show. Pretty sure I got everybody. This show has been running for well over an hour at this point. I believe I want to, start to wrap it up here. We have about 270 people in the house right here at the moment. Thank you, each and every one of you, for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe on your way out the door if you haven't already. We'll be, picking this show back up 10:30 a.m. West Coast time, 11. Which is 1:30 EST, I believe. And I might have a Twitter space tomorrow morning with Mario. If not sure. But big shout out to everybody in the chat. Really enjoyed doing this live stream. And also, if you guys, we're still doing this giveaway here from Crypto Chips. I might have exited out. But yeah, over on my Twitter here, I can put it right here. This giveaway is still open. If you want to get in on this giveaway to win a levitating coin, all you have to do to win this giveaway, I'll put the link in the chat right here, right now. All you have to do is retweet, like the post, and then follow cryptochips.io. Make sure you go give them a follow. They're one of the best merch companies in crypto, trying to get them above 2,000 subscribers. They're very close to it. So definitely go give them a follow over on Twitter as well. And make sure you smash the like button on the way out the door. NY News $2 super chat. AJ, how many X's you see Vet doing? I guess we're gonna have to talk about that one tomorrow. My name's AJ Rates Crypto. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Make sure you smash the like button. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.